Good morning. So let me ask, how many times have you experienced a problem at work and just fixed it? Right? I mean, isn't that what we're supposed to do? Aren't we supposed to just fix problems and keep on going? Now, I've been in hundreds of meetings with organizations where someone brought up a problem and others would kind of kick around a few solutions until something sounded feasible, or maybe the boss said, just do that. And that was the end of the problem solving that they did. They just went and did something. What usually happens when we just fix a problem like that is that after a period of time, now it could be a long time or it could be a short time, that problem's going to come back. We get involved in this cycle of problem solution that a bunch of people have described as like playing whack-a-mole at the arcade. If you get a chance to stop and think about why the problem keeps returning, then we start making progress on eliminating the problem at its cause or obliterating the obstacle. But even when we stop long enough to do root cause analysis, often that analysis is sloppy and comes to wrong conclusions. So let's say we have a problem where an employee ended up with a cut on his hand that required a few stitches and counted as a couple of lost days at work. Now that's a reportable and a recordable injury, so we have to do a cause analysis so we can complete the corrective action report and then get back to work. In the cause analysis, when we ask why the worker got cut, we say that the cause was because the banding material was sharp. That was it. That was the end. Oh, you could also conclude that the worker didn't follow the standardized work for that job, so the worker screwed up. So our solution ends up being to retrain the worker on the process and make sure that they wear their personal protective equipment. It's often very convenient to focus on how the worker screwed up. And so we list training as a countermeasure to lots of problems. But when we realize that sharp stuff is all over the place and we use it every day, we have to ask what was different about this instance that caused that cut. Something in the process was coupled with that sharp end of the banding material. In many cases, yes, the worker may have made a mistake, but in many other cases, they could have followed the process to the letter, but the process was weak enough to still hurt that employee. So I'm going to ask you to focus first on the process. Can you redesign it so the problem can't return? So rather than just punishing the worker, and yes, retraining is a form of punishment, maybe it's time we redesign that process. Now, sometimes it takes an outside perspective to help you see these kinds of couplings, and that's where I come in. I coach teams through problem-solving approaches to improve their skills all the time. Maybe it's time you brought me in to beef up your team a little bit. Send me a message or give me a call. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.